What's up YouTube, it's DWS Darius, and have you ever wondered why you came home and found a dead fish on your floor? This video, I'm trying to figure out why fish commit suicide. Okay YouTube, so how many times you guys came home to look at your tanks, to look at your fish, and you try to figure out what that slimy thing was you were stepping on, and it turned out to be a dead fish? That's right, dead fish. Now this thing has happened to me countless times. The other day I moved my 55-gallon stand out the way. I found a yellow lab, a trophy cichlid, and a roseline shark. And that's one of the most common deaths in this hobby, fish suicide. And in this video I just want to crack down on why a fish would want to commit suicide, why a fish would choose to die rather than to live. Okay, now this specific fish right here, this carcass is maybe 2 years old. This guy was he was my first peacock cichlid. He was an OB peacock cichlid, and he was just extremely beautiful. When he died, I tried to replace him with this guy. But at the end of the day, that OB peacock can't compare with this one. This one was just an amazing fish. He almost became tank boss of my African cichlid tank. He almost was able to rule this tank. That is, until he jumped out. And I actually have video of this guy, so make sure you check out his video up here. And this OB peacock was awesome as well. He really didn't last too long, but the colors on this fish were awesome. And if I do find that video, his link is going to be below. Okay, so the first thing you want to look at when you want to figure out why a fish committed suicide is just do a little research on their background. Now both of these fish, look at their mouth. He died screaming. But both of these fish were African cichlids, and you know, African cichlids can be pretty crazy. I mean, just look at them, waiting to fight each other. But yeah, the African cichlid tank can be a very tense tank. It's fight or die, and I guess these fish just couldn't handle it. And when you can't go to the left, when you can't go to the right, when you can't go up or down because there's always somebody guarding their territory, I guess the only option was to go up even higher, and that eventually led to them on the ground screaming, suffering, drying out, until eventually it was just a dry little fish carcass. Okay, so another thing that I know is that not all fish jump out because of stress in the tank or because of bullies. Now this right here is my community tank, and I think altogether the most fish jumped out of this tank. And the main reason, not only fish, shrimp as well, the main reason why these fish jump out is for exploration. Now I've had an angelfish jump out, I've had a shrimp as I said before, and I've had a roseline shark, and I have a bunch of rainbow fish that jumped out. And it's not too much stress in this tank, it's not too much fighting, it's not too much wars. I think the main reason why any fish would jump out of this tank is because he want to see what's beyond the borders. And so that's another reason why fish might commit suicide. Okay, so now that I've showed you guys just some of the reasons why fish commit suicide, the next thing you might want to know is how to prevent your fish from committing suicide. So the thing I recommend is just keeping the inside of your tank comfortable for your fish. Keep it livable for your fish. If you see bullies, speak up. Don't let those bullies stay in the tank, because obviously a fish would rather die than to continue life being bullied. So yeah, try to prevent all bullying. Now when it comes to certain fish, you're going to get some signs of aggression, but just do your best to keep it minimal. My tank barely has as much aggression as it had before, and that's because I manage my fish. When I see fish that's overly aggressive, I try to remove them. And yeah, just try to balance it to get the perfect tank balance. So yeah, manage your fish. The best way to keep a fish from wanting to die is making him enjoy his life. And what other way can he enjoy his life if he has proper tank mates, proper tank care, and a proper owner? So yeah, that's one way to keep your fish safe. The next way, plan B, is just to build strong, sturdy hoods, because eventually you might get curious fish that even if they have a comfortable home, they might want to see what's above. So what I like to do is just to build big, bulky hoods. Now I give my fish enough room to jump out to notice that there's no water up there, and so they could come back down and realize that up is not an option for them. So you see this hood, it has a lot of jumping space, but not enough for them to jump out. that end of the tank is back to the wall, so they can't fit. The same with this tank, a nice jumping space. And the same with my African cichlid tank. Now my African cichlids don't have that much jumping space because all the time I have them slashing around, so you don't want to give them too much room to jump. But yeah, that's just a little look at what I do to keep my fish from committing suicide. Okay YouTube, so that's been a little look at why I think fish commit suicide. Now I'm pretty sure all you guys have experience with this, so make sure you leave it in the comments below. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe because a lot more is coming. I want to thank all you guys for watching this video, for watching my past videos, and just for showing the tons of support that you guys show. As always, continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and thank you.